Jordan Henderson to Rangers may sound far-fetched, but when you talk about it and you think about it, 34-year-old, over the hill, decrepit, English international, wanting a return to the UK, sounds about right doing Rangers. Ali, welcome back to the channel. Yes, Jordan Henderson could be on his way to Rangers. Now listen to this, he's actually, they placed Rangers at 5-2 to sign him, right? And because the bookies, sometimes they're out of their depth, right, with certain sports, but football seems to be the one they get it normally spot on. I think the fact that Rangers are 5-2 is honestly quite incredible, because you would assume that this would be like a long shot, right? Now, I'm hearing people, no chance. We thought Aaron Ramsey was no chance, right? And I'm sorry, I've just mentioned his name, right? But he was on like 400 grand a week. So if Rangers could sign Aaron Ramsey, right, who, in my opinion, at that point in his career, he was definitely more thought of than what Jordan Henderson's thought of now. Jordan Henderson, he's went to Saudi Arabia, he's come back, he's struggled for game time at Ajax, he's only made 3 league appearances all season. He's now exploring his options, and apparently Philip Collins's side has been named as one of the leading candidates for a deal when the January window opens, with social media rumours, mills speculating they're going mental over a potential deal. I look at this, right, and to me it's not ridiculous, right? I get it. Oh, Rangers are skint. You know, it's funny, you get the call, oh, Rangers are skint, and then it's like, oh, but Clements had 20 million to spend. Well, what is it? We're either skint or we have 20 million, right? I mean, make your mind up. But I think Rangers signing Jordan Henderson for 6 months on loan at the end of this season, while paying like half of 85 grand wages, and it's like another failed, ex-Premier League player coming to Rangers. To me, I can see it. I can absolutely see it. And yes, I've just revealed how much he's on a week, 85 grand. So if you compare it to Aaron Ramsey, which of course, our loan fee pretty much covered what his wages were. I don't think this is completely unrealistic. It's a 5-2 odds with gambling.com and a few other ones. So, this is what everything is said here, but the club would struggle to match Henderson's 85 grand per week salary should the Light Blues show an interest. A return to boyhood club Sunderland is the leading candidate, while a switch to the English Premier League with Wolves has also been floated. So, Rangers, Sunderland, Wolves, who's he going to choose? To me, there's only one team you do choose, and that's Rangers. Do I want Jordan Henderson, right? Does Jordan Henderson walk straight into that Rangers midfield? Honestly, I don't know. Is this the Jordan Henderson of a few years ago with Liverpool? Probably not, because he wouldn't have left Liverpool, right? And, is he better than Connor Barron and Diamonde? I think he's up there, right? I would probably put him as better than these two, right? But we've seen it in the past, man. Joey Barton, right? Kranjčar. We've seen Senderos, right? We've seen, Aaron Ramsey. We've seen these over-the-hill players come in. We expect them to work wonders, and they just don't. Now, would a Jordan Henderson led midfield do something for us in Europe? And would I have more confidence with Jordan Henderson in the midfield against Celtic than I do with our current midfield? Probably, because we've tried every variation of our current midfields and it's not really worked. So I for one, I don't think he would be the worst 6 month signing of all time. He's a decent player. He's in his mid-30s, which is not ideal, but I think there's worse loanee signings to make out there. He's not really injury prone. He does keep himself fit, so it's not like you'd be taking a risk in terms of that. But I think a 6 month loan, I wouldn't be entirely against it. But would I be surprised if Rangers brought this guy in and it just absolutely flopped? No, I wouldn't be. It seems written in the stars that Rangers sign these like ex-Premier League players, and it always turns out to be, they'll always turn out to be flops, There's been a few exceptions, in recent years. You look at like Defoe, he came in and was pretty good, Forrest and things like that. So, it's not always a foregone conclusion that they're going to suck, but for me, the 85 grand a week is obviously a hurdle, but it seems to be in January that it's only really loan deals that get made anyway, so maybe we could pay 50% of his wages, which would obviously take you down to 42.5 grand a week, which it would still make him our highest paid player, but you're not tying yourself down to like 3-4 years of that. You're just tying yourself down to 6 months of that. And yeah, it's a long shot. Obviously, he began his career at Sunderland before he got the move to Liverpool, so maybe he'd rather go to Sunderland. But I mean, honestly, he's done it all in his career. He's won a Champions League, he's won a Premier League, he's won trophies with Liverpool. To me, he's done it. Maybe he'll return to Sunderland, but if he's any sense, and you never know what 2025 holds for Rangers Football Club, you come to a club like Rangers just to say you've done it, just to say you tried it, and I think he could be a decent player for the final 6 months. I'm not going to pretend that he's going to take us to a quadruple, right? I'm not going to sit here and lie and pretend, everything's hunky-dory. If he comes in, man, that's the midfield sorted. Because, end of the day, you're signing an old player in his mid-30s, and it's not like we're signing Luka Modric here. Jordan Henderson is clearly not the player he once was. I mean, I guess neither's Luka Modric, but he's still bloody phenomenal. And Luka Modric will not be signing for Rangers, so don't clip that. But, yeah, for me, I wouldn't mind Jordan Henderson for 6 months. I'll go out on a limb and say that. I'm not going to retract it and say, well, that's just me. No, that is me saying it, right? And if anyone's got a problem with it, well, leave it in that comments down below and I'll get stuck straight into it. But for me, Jordan Henderson, I mean, what would I want it to happen out of 10? I mean, I'd probably rate it about a 7.5, 8. I think it'd be a decent sign for the last 6 months. I mean, he's not that injury prone, as I said, and the wages aren't redonkulous. They're not ridiculous, I mean, they are fathomable if you can half them, but is what it is. I wouldn't put your hat on it just yet. But anyway, guys, Jordan Henderson, do you think it'll happen? What's the likelihood of it happening? I'll probably rate it about a 3 or a 4. Because, see when we were like with Ramsey, it was like 400k, man, we're never paying that. And then we did. Well, kinda. Anyway, till then, peace.